Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are on 40 Money Spells with yours truly, Reverend Valerie Love, practicing Christian witch at your service. So, family, I'm coming to you from Athens, Greece, and I thought you might like watching the Parthenon. That is the Parthenon. I thought you might like the Parthenon in the background as we go through day one of 40 Money Spells. Now, if you've been with us in any of our other experiences, like 365 Days of A Course in Miracles, or the 40-day money ritual, or 40 money mantras, and now 40 money spells, if you've been with us in any of our multiple challenges, you know that we do this every single day at the same time. We're doing this Monday through Friday at the same time, which is 12 noon. Yet, please, family, give us a little grace in the first 2 weeks because I am here leading the Dreams Fulfilled retreat in Athens and the Greek islands. So we're in Greece. Ah! We're in Athens. Tomorrow we leave for the Greek islands. There's the Parthenon, like, what? Temple of Athena. And next week we will be in Italy. So when we're moving about, we may not be exactly at 12 noon. Do know that we'll be live Monday through Friday as close to 12 noon as we can make it in between our tours and everything else that we're doing. Now, who is this series for? This series is for two different kinds of people. The first kind of person is this series is for you if your money world is not really where you want it to be. So you're going to take these 8 weeks to get your money world to where you want it to be. B, this series is also for people who are already financially successful and you want to supernova it. You want to expand it. That's my goal and intention during this is expansion. Who am I? I'm Reverend Valerie Love, and I teach magic, money, and metaphysics. Has been teaching that on YouTube for over 13 years. I love leading retreats all around the world. We have blessed, beautiful souls here on this retreat, and I do a lot of teaching in person at our incredible global retreats. There at ValerieLove.com. Now, smash up the likes. Remember to comment, engage, share with us so that we all learn and grow. Let's begin. Before we go on screen share and dive into our spell for the day, first spell 40, let's have a deep breath and a centering moment. And another. This time, as you fill your lungs with a deep breath, extend your spine. Get space between your vertebrae. Release with an ah. The sacred sound that Dr. Pillai says when you exhale and intone ah, you are in touch with the ah beings that help to make your life easier. Again. Great Spirit, the one, the true, the beautiful, the all, infinite consciousness, our source. In this moment, we offer a word of expansion and wealth and prosperity, abundance, riches, success, thriving for everyone here, everyone who has ever been here, everyone who is yet to be here. We know that we are up to big things on the planet. We know that we have dreams to fulfill. We have big visions to live, and we intend to fulfill it all. Ashe. Move the energy. Remember, ascension and doing greater with your life, with your dreams, with your wealth, with your abundance, with your health, with every area of your life, your relationships, with everything is not a thinking thing. This ain't no thinking thing, baby, like the country western song says. This is an energy thing. Yes, it's vibration, it's frequency. That's what we're tapping into. Let's begin. Hey, how you love it? How you love it? How you love it? Greece, baby. Greece and the mastermind. We will be together in the mastermind. If you're not in our mastermind, oh my goodness, what's going on? What's going on? Why aren't you in the mastermind with us? Link below this, the instructions are below this vid to get in the mastermind. Isis is in the mastermind with us. And oh my God, so good to see you. How you love it? God is my strength. How you love it? Hey, Eki, Micah, how you loving? How you loving? Family, as I see more and more of our peeps pile in, that is the Parthenon, Temple of Athena. Don't you love it? Yay! Beautiful, powerful love. I love that. I love that. If you are a member on the YouTube channel, you have a complimentary, you have a gift copy of this book. If you do not have this book, let's go on screen share. If you do not have the book, Mastermind is everything. Get in with us. I know that's right. Because in our, I know it's you, Gabrielle. God is my strength. How you love it? Here we are. Here we are. Family, here we are. Okay. 40 money spells. Okay. Now, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, family, if you do not yet have the book, you can get the book at, hopefully it'll come up on screen share when I go over to it. Let's see. Oh no, it's still on that. Okay, let me stop. And let's see. Let me stop screen sharing and let me see if I come over here and do that again and I can share my entire share screen. Let's see if it'll entire screen. Yeah, let's see if I can do that. Okay, that's much better. If you do not have the book, you can pick the book up at valerielove.com. Click on books. Now, family, there is something very important that I want you to know. You know, I teach a lot of classes. I'm going to come off screen share for a moment before we dive into the book and where you can get the book and our first spell. I teach a lot of classes to a lot of people, and our classes are amazing. Oh my God. Don't you love it? Our classes are amazing. This Saturday, from Rome, I'm teaching a class on Bitcoin and how to be your own bank. Family, did you see that Bill B11 in Canada passed? It is now a law. It's no longer a bill. It is now a law. And Canada is going to now have the ability to censor all streaming in the country of Canada for all Canadians, including Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, all streaming services. They just passed a law, a sweeping law. When I listened to the details of this law, I thought to myself, oh my God, Canada really became a communist country. And I'm not here to get political because I'm not on any side. I'm on the side of freedom. Family, if you do not become sovereign and learn how to be your own bank, the way the banks are being weaponized against the people, the way power grabs are going on all around the world, the way your sovereignty is being encroached on every day, of every moment of every day, if you do not stand sovereign and be your own bank, be your own doctor, be your own wellness guru, be your own, then you're going to become the victim of a state. So they're going to be free people. I can see the world already. It's going to change. It's already changing. It's been changing, family, for the last 20 years. Bitcoin frees you from that. This is Money Monday. You've got to. I'm not even offering this as a, it would be nice. No, 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 no. We are now to the point where you have to learn how to be sovereign with your money, because the banking system will collapse and fiat will collapse. And then they'll just move in a CBDC, central bank digital currency. And that'll be the end of you spending money the way you want to, because you will have to spend money according to how the state deems. Do you know that they're talking about doing money with an expiration date? That you have to spend it by a certain time. So imagine people who get Social Security checks, people who get disability checks, people who get military checks, and you have to spend the money by a certain time, else it disappears. Gnarly, gnarly, gnarly. There's some gnarly things going on with money. Learn to be your own bank. The link is below. That's the class this coming Saturday. And if you're not in it live with us, you need to get it and get this information. Learn how to be your own bank. If something happened to the entire banking system tomorrow, it wouldn't affect me not one bit. Maybe for 10 minutes. And then after that, I would be like, well, I already know how to live on Bitcoin anyway. I know how to operate it. I know how to store it. I know how to buy it without even people knowing that I'm buying it. I know how to send it to other people. I know how to move it all around the world. I know how to move between countries with it. I know how to do all of that. I know how to pay for things with it. I know how to live on it. This is a necessary skill. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until it's too late. Okay, that's my spiel about class this coming Saturday. Get yourself in the wealth class for this month. Link is below this video. Get yourself in that class. I've been talking about Bitcoin for 13 years. No, not 13 years. Since 2015, it's 2018. I've been talking about Bitcoin for 8 years. And I hear two things that people tell me. I listen to you guys. You see, I bought Bitcoin. Woo, I'm so happy. Or, oh, God, you see, I didn't listen to you. Now it's too late. It's not too late. Even though Bitcoin is at $30,000, it's not too late. They're calling for a $100,000 Bitcoin. We have a halving event coming up in 2024. A halving event is a big deal. We could be looking at a 6-figure Bitcoin in short order. Family, this is money that you don't have to work for. You buy it and you hold it. You don't have to work for Bitcoin to go up. Catch it, because for some of y'all, you're gonna miss it, and you are going to miss the biggest wealth opportunity of your life. And I'm telling all spiritual people this, because spiritual people are the kind that kind of catch on to things last, because we're so up here that we forget. Oh yeah, there are physical things to take care of on the physical plane. Take care of them. All right. All right. Let's roll. Now we can get into our first spell. Screen share. Here we are at 40 Money Spells. These are the spells that we will be going through, one a day, Monday through Friday, for 8 weeks. Now, there's an introduction I want to share a little bit with you about. And here is the introduction. This book will change up a little bit because we're going to change some of the titles that are in the front of this book. These are 40 short, powerful, proven spells. I know they work. You don't need fancy. You don't need cloaks, daggers, wands, any of that. They're not complicated. They're simple. They're to the point. They're effective. They're highly powerful. They're supercharged. How? Because I did it. Because I had to do it. Every spell that I'm going to give you, I worked it and I worked it over and over. And I know that they work. They're battle tested. It's simple. I had an issue with money, lack limitation, survival consciousness. I had to break out. And I did. So because I'm a practicing Christian witch, I'm a born witch, and I work with Christ. Christ is my aspirant, Christ consciousness. I work with angels, higher order beings. I've been studying the occult, practicing the occult magical arts and sciences for over 2 decades. And there's something very important I want you to understand. Please read this. Please read this. Because I'm going to tell you the kind of magic I teach. I don't teach put people in a jar because they're talking about you. Put somebody in the freezer and freeze it and get it. I know how to do this. I know how to throw hands. Oh, you doing this? You're going to catch these hands. Or you want to get your boo back, or you want to get him back, or you want to make them fall in love with you. I don't do that. And I don't teach it. I am the headmistress of the Covenant of Christian Witches Mystery School, CCW. We teach magic to our students, and this is what we teach our students. You and you alone are sovereign of your consciousness. That's the law. Nobody can throw anything at you and it work on you if you are working your consciousness. There's an African proverb that says, no one need fear the enemies without if you have no enemy within. You have no concern from external anything when you're the all-powerful being. You are the God of your life. God didn't bring you here to be subject to other people and what they can do. That somebody can do hocus pocus and do something to your life. They can't, unless you believe that they can. And if you're in fear of that, and if you are in that belief system that somebody gonna get you, or something can get you, or somebody threw hands on me, or somebody put a hex on me, or there's something on me, Rev, check your consciousness. Every spell here is a spell on yourself. In these 40 days, you're not going to spell other people. You're not going to spell your money. You're not going to spell your bank accounts. You know, sometimes we do some things with wallets. We do rituals with wallets. We do rituals with bank statements. We do rituals with all that. We love the money manifestation checks, right? Manifestation checks. We love all of that. If you do all of that and you do not do the inner work, it's inside out. It's self-transformation. It's alchemy of the soul. That's why we call it the great work. If you're not interested in that kind of magic, I understand it's not for everyone. People like magic that they can cast on someone else, or they think someone cast something on them. I don't do that. We don't do any of that here. If that's not your jam, beautiful. Go to where it is your jam. I know I'm the all-powerful goddess of my life. Nobody can throw anything on me. I need to get my own consciousness together. I need to spell myself. I need to raise my consciousness. I need to do alchemy within myself and turn my own issues from lead into gold. Because my own shadow is calling forth all of the harm that I've ever experienced. No one can do me in any more than I've done me in. No one can do me in more than my own fears and unworthiness and doubt has done me in. No one. I promise you, I am the champion at doing me in. I don't need anybody's help. And that's the truth of everyone. Okay? These spells work for anyone. It doesn't matter who you are. Most important, with that said, most important, your intentions. Everyone who works with this magic is going to get different results because every single person is a unique individual. Get a wealth grimoire so that you can write down all of the things that you're experiencing, what you notice, what you're thinking about, inner shifts. How does your mind start to shift and change as we go through the spells and rituals here? Record your results. Write it out. Do not put it in a tech device, keeping it in your phone. Get off the phone so much. You're not taking your phone, I hope, into your magic circle. I hope you're not taking technology of any kind into a magic circle. I hope. Okay? Now, there's a direct connection between your subconscious mind and your handwriting. So you want to write. You want to write as we go through the spells. That's why the book has several pages in it. When you buy the book, it has several pages in it where you can write. It's a grimoire. Many people decorate it and do all kinds of beautiful things to it. Okay. Now, here's something else that my grandmother taught me. My grandmother said, maybe your grandmother said this too, a watch pot never boils. That's because if you're looking at something and looking at something and looking at something, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? That's not what we got to do. Here, you are doing the work. A farmer plants seeds and knows that with the proper tending, care, and conditions, there will be a harvest. You've got to have the certainty that there's a harvest. I'm doing the work. I'm doing the spiritual work. I'm doing the inner lifting. I'm doing the shadow work. I'm doing the rituals. I'm doing the spells. Therefore, it will work. You've got to have that certainty. Now, I don't call this belief because you don't need to believe in magic. Magic doesn't need you to believe in it. Magic works. Why do you think millions of people are doing it? And why has it been enduring throughout the 40, 50,000 years that humans have been on this planet? Well, maybe even more like 100, 200,000 years. Or maybe I think is some older, some estimates, 400,000 years that humans have been on this planet. And for all those years, you can go back and see cave paintings that are at least about 80,000 years old of scenes of magic to catch things like the hunt, magic for the hunt. We were doing magic. As soon as we could catch things and make food, we were doing magic. Magic works. We love magic. Magic is a process. Okay? It's a process. It's not I do it now and presto change. Oh, here it is. And magic is only working through your consciousness. Okay? Now, what else do I want to share with you? Read this through, and you'll understand what kind of magic we're doing in this book. Okay. All right. Now let's go to read this portion through. Then let's go to how to use the book. This is very simple. I'm going to walk you through how to use this book. Acquire a brand new wealth grimoire. Every time I'm starting a new process, I get a new grimoire or new magical notebook or journal or whatever you would like to call it. A special one, or I don't want to say special, an anointed, consecrated journal, grimoire, notebook for this process, which can be the book itself, 40 Money Spells, because it has all the pages in it, lined pages in it for you to write in it. Plus, this book is really spelled up so that anyone who gets this book will benefit. All right. 40 is the number of transformation, so that's why we have 40 Money Spells. And there are other books in the series, 40 Money Mantras, which we just completed earlier this year, and 40 Money Scriptures is currently being revamped without any quotes from Bibles that have copyright with them. Some of the quotes in 40 Money Scriptures have Bibles. We need to rework the quotes so that all of the quotes from the scriptures come from Bibles that are not in copyright, because some Bibles are copywritten and some are not. Same with 40 Money Proverbs. That book also is being reworked. So there are several books in this series, and it's still growing. I don't know, it could be more. Remember these two things. If it seems like the spell is not working for you, everything's a process. Respect and honor the process. And number two, release. Don't look at it. A farmer doesn't plant seeds and the next day come back and look, nothing's growing yet. And come back, nothing's growing yet. 3 days later, nothing's growing yet. And start digging up the seeds. We don't do that. We have faith. We have trust. And when I say faith, I don't mean believing in things that are not there. This is not the kind of faith that they told us to have when we're in church. That's not what I'm talking about. When we talk about faith, we are talking about the expectation that you see it before you see it in the physical. To you, it's so real that has drawing power, and it draws to you that which you see in your third eye, and you're certain of it. It already exists, and you cannot be convinced otherwise. It's a knowing. Okay, now let's go to spell number one. Oh, one more thing. There is a wealth commitment to yourself. And please order the paperback book, because if you order the paperback book, you can write in it. Remember the connection between your subconscious mind and writing? Writing is spelling. So there is a wealth commitment to yourself in the front of the book. And this is the commitment. I want you to print your name right there, and I want you to read the commitment out loud. And then I want you to sign it and date it at the bottom, because as you see, this is a contract that you are making with yourself. Let's begin. Number one, spell number one. And you can see the spells are only on one page. I did not make this complicated. I did not make this complex. And what you may love is that this very day is the eve of the full moon. I can show you outside the full moon. The moon is right over here over the Parthenon, over the Acropolis. The Acropolis is the entire hill. The Parthenon is the structure itself that is the temple of Athena. There is the full moon, almost full, over the Acropolis, full moon in Capricorn. Spell number one, divine destiny blueprint. What is that? The divine destiny blueprint is the actual skeleton of your destiny, your calling, what you came here to do, to be, to have. And we've got to get it clear in mind, the blueprint. The blueprint is what you build the house from. And so an architect, if you were going to have a brand new house built for yourself, a brand new mansion built for yourself, you would call an architect. And you would hire the architect to draw up the blueprint. And then builders come and build the house according to the blueprint. The contractor, the general contractor, is going to hire all of the artisans and workers and everyone to build this house according to the blueprint. Most people are operating in their lives without a blueprint of what is to be. They don't have a blueprint of who they are, what they came here to do, to be, to experience. And you need to get this blueprint. Where are you going to get the blueprint? You're not going to think it up. You already made it before you came here. You already knew why you came here. The blueprint is already in existence. You don't have to make it. Now, you're going to do this one several times. So here is how it works. Here's notes on the spell. Usually I give notes on the spell, and then I give you the steps to the spell. This one is more of a ritual, what we call all of them spells. You can treat it as a spell or a ritual. It's completely up to you. If you're a Christian and you don't like spells, call it miracles. If you don't like magic, if you don't like witchcraft, call it Holy Spirit. It'll still work. Allow an hour to 90 minutes for each session. You're going to do this in sessions. Step one, cleanse your body. Clear your energy with Florida water or sage. You're going to clear yourself just as we do when we're going into an ayahuasca experience in Peru. We cleanse our field, ourselves, with Florida water. You're going to cleanse yourself, cleanse your body. You could even take a sacred bath, cleanse yourself. And if you wanted to take a sacred bath, you could do a frankincense and myrrh in the sacred bath. That's always going to be good for the spiritual upliftment. That's what we're going for in this spell, this very first spell. So first, you need to cleanse and clear. Cleansing and clearing are two different things. Cleansing is the cleanliness of the place. Clearing is the energy of the place. You need both. Then you're going to empty your mind for 20 minutes and follow your breath. 20 minutes, why? Because it takes 20 minutes for your conscious mind to slow down and come to a standstill. Step 3, you're going to say a prayer to open your third eye. Most of us, our third eye is somewhat closed because when we were growing up, we had experiences that caused us to close our third eye, or people shamed us or guilted us and told us that what we were looking at was the devil, especially people who grew up in some kind of Christian experience. If you were psychic, if you had a dream, precognition, all of that, if you were a medium, if you talk to dead people, all these things, you're an empath, all these gifts, they probably somehow talked you out of some of these gifts. So you're going to open wide your third eye, because your third eye is going to be the portal through which you receive the blueprint for your life. And this is a simple prayer. May my inner eye be open to read in rich, full detail and color my divine destiny blueprint in wealth, riches, and abundance. Amen. You want to be able to read the divine destiny blueprint. It's almost like reading the Akashic record. As we said, it already exists. It's not the same as reading the Akashic record. What I'm saying to you is it is a process akin to or similar to reading the Akashic record. Step 4. After you say the prayer, you're going to be still. Be still, be still, be still. And you're going to give close attention to your inner world. You're going to keep focused on your inner world. And now you're going to be receptive to a message. Pardon me. A message, a color, a location, a sentence, a phrase, a sense, an impression, an ancestor speaking to you, an ascended master, a spirit guide, an angel. You're tuned in. You're tuned in. Okay? Step 5, you're going to carefully record all impressions. See, some of them are not going to be understandable, even if you are a master at being a medium, a psychic, all of it. Even still, we want to press into greater mastery, want to expand. And before you jump up and get into action and start doing all these spells and start doing all this business and start doing all this and start going, calling people, talking to people, doing this, doing that, before you get into busyness and before you get into doing, you want to know that you're even on the right path and the things that you're doing anyway. What is my divine destiny blueprint? What am I here for? I promise you, nothing else will work. Ask me how I know. I tried every damn thing. Well, not everything. I tried a lot. And family, I promise you, it doesn't work. And it's just going to be temporary. It's not going to last. Okay? Carefully record all your impressions. Now, remember, the impressions can come to you when you're not expecting it. So while you're in this process, you just want to keep 40 money spells with you all the time. Because how many times have we been in the grocery store and you touch an orange, just like, you just got something. And then if you don't have something with you to write it down, you may not remember it. And what is the message to the universe as you're being super aware? It's flow the information to me. I'm listening. I'm paying attention. Usually we're so busy, in our life. I'm going to tell you a little story. Well, first we're going to finish step 6 and then I'm going to tell you the story. You're going to record all impressions. Now, step 6 is you're going to keep practicing the third eye opening ritual every day so that you can read your divine destiny blueprint for wealth. And you want to do it at the same time every day if you can, especially during the witching hour, which is 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. So let's say you wake up at 4, you wake up at 5, and you're going to read your divine destiny blueprint. As I said, this one is more of a ritual than a spell. You are spelling yourself and you're making yourself able to clearly read your divine destiny blueprint. I promise you, when I started reading my blueprint, I couldn't believe it. And here's what's going to really help you get in there with the blueprint. Go to ValerieLove.com, click on books. And when you click on books, you're going to come to this one right here, Decode Yourself. This is a video book. It's a book. It's a video book. I promise you, Decode Yourself is going to really hone you in on your blueprint because it's in your birth information. So if you're doing this spell, do it several times. You're just going to practice this every day to read more and more of it. Now, you can practice it every day for 21 days. You can practice it every day for 7 days. You can practice it every day for 90 days. It's up to you. Let it come intuitively. This is not a thinking process. Don't try to let your mind get involved. This is a spiritual unfoldment. Okay? This is a spiritual unfoldment. Trust that you will know what to do, and trust that it'll work out perfectly, and trust that you will read your divine destiny blueprint. Boom, like that. Okay, now let me show you something. Let me tell you this story. We're going to conclude with this story. All right, family. I'm in Greece. That is the Parthenon right there. That's the Parthenon. Okay. And the hill that you're looking at is the Acropolis. The whole mound is the Acropolis. And this is the Temple of Athena right here. Don't you love that? Don't you love that? I thought you might like the look of that while we're in this. That's why I didn't have this is off my balcony. That's why I didn't have the curtains closed. On my way to Greece, and we're going to Italy next, I was handy in my luggage. I have a little carry-on, and then I have my another bag that it's a set. So one is easy to take on the plane with me, and the other one is a carry-on. Two bags. While I was giving the carry-on over to them to check, something, the still small voice, said to keep it with me, like don't check it. A lot was going on in the airport. I didn't listen. You know, you know how airports are. The baby's crying over here. This one's going over here. This couple is talking over here. The machine is going. The conveyors are going. The luggage is coming. The luggage is going. The dog is barking. I didn't listen. I just didn't. And I'm not going to make up an excuse or a reason why. I just didn't. And I was like, logic overruled because I'm a big logical gal. Logic, I'm a Libra, air. Logic overruled the still small voice. Don't check your bag. I was like, no, I don't want to care. You know, you get into talking to yourself, talking to the intuition. The intuition already said it. The intuition is right. And later on, you're going to find out that the intuition is right because when you arrive at your destination, Valerie, your luggage will not be there. And that's precisely what happened. I arrived in Athens, Greece, sat there. All the luggage came out except yours. I was like, what do we say in those moments? Something told me. Right. Something told you. Okay. I didn't listen. And then I just chuckled. Okay, I know what this is. Kabbalah calls that unnecessary process. Anytime that you receive an intuitive hit that told you the truth, like watch your keys or grab Johnny, you know, your little kid, and next thing you know, he's running out in the street and you're panicked now chasing after him, right? Grab Johnny's hand. It's always helping you. It's always giving you useful information. It's always helping you. Watch your keys. Close the door. It's always helping you. But how much do we live by that voice? Well, Kabbalah says that when you do not listen to the voice, everything that happens from the point that you don't listen to the voice and you go this way, and the voice was encouraging that way because it doesn't demand and it's not a have to. It's just a helpful offering. You can take it or not take it. If you don't take it, Kabbalah says that you will now be in what is called unnecessary process, which means you didn't really have to be in all that because your spirit already told you. It's just like on the first date. You didn't have to marry that person. Now, when you're in some unnecessary process, because you saw it on the first date, and we all say the same thing when a relationship goes south. I knew it all along. When they were cheating, or you were cheating, or whomever was cheating, both of y'all were cheating. I don't know, whatever. I knew it all along. You knew it. You knew it. Don't make yourself guilty because you knew it and you still did opposite of what you knew. It's okay. Because once again, it is a practice, it's a spiritual practice to always unerringly go with your knowing. And I don't mean your mind tells you what to do. My mind lies all the time. I'm not talking about the mind, I'm talking about the super intelligence, the same super intelligence that gives, you ever hear a lot of scientists talk about how they got an insight in their dreams? That's the super intelligence I'm talking about. The super intelligence that's never wrong. The super intelligence that's always giving us helpful hints and guidance. And the super intelligence that is the real you that knows the truth of every situation at all times, whether you want to accept it or not. Because sometimes it's very inconvenient to accept the truth. We're going to conclude with that. You're going to read your divine destiny blueprint and you're going to keep doing the ritual, light candles, put a beautiful vase of white flowers on the altar if you like, with clear water, just for it to get more clarity. Put white clear water in a glass vase on the table, or a glass receptacle, glass bowl, glass cup. There's no such thing as a glass cup. In a glass. Now, when you fill the water while it's on the altar, because you want to fill it all the way up until you get a concave bubble on the top of the water. That bubble catches stray energies, negative energies, all that, and you'll see it in the water the next day when you come to change the water. You'll see it in the water as bubbles. You'll see it. Breathe. Here's why you want to read your divine destiny blueprint, because that is the only path to your greatest wealth. Having the most fun you can have, doing the most good you can do. If Beyonce was a kindergarten singing teacher, teaching kindergartners how to sing, that would have been one way to use her gifts. That wasn't in her divine destiny blueprint. Her divine destiny blueprint had her as Beyonce, to inspire all the people who are inspired by Beyonce. For me, she's hella inspiring, right? That's what we mean when we're talking about tapping in to your divine destiny blueprint. And my divine destiny blueprint is writing and speaking. That's why I do that. Leading retreats around the world. I see it all in the divine destiny blueprint. I see the spiritual center. I see it all in the divine blueprint. And I can't even see the whole divine destiny blueprint because you can't handle the whole thing. You're going to read as much of it as you need to see in the now moment. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. Casey out. ValerieLove.com and ChristianWitches.com for the coven.